Okay, hello fifth graders. Happy Thursday. What you see over there is, it's a little bit hard to see. I know it's far away. I'd zoom in, but I can only use this camera right now. But it is the right side of the Iron Man dome. It has been printing now for 23 hours. It still has 9 hours to go. But overnight I left it. I left school yesterday, and it's still printing. So I think we're pretty good. I don't know if you could see the spool right there. It's a little bit hard to see of the PLA, but it looks like it's, I think we're going to have enough to at least finish this half of the helmet. So far, so good. I'm knocking on wood. Just wanted to show you. It's printing as we speak. So as you speak, it is printing. I'd even probably give you an update later today while you guys are at school. So good morning to you. Happy Thursday. It was really good to see you guys yesterday. Thanks for playing Book It with me. Thanks for getting that homework done. Hope you enjoyed the fish race. Big news to Miss Lindsay and Miss Smith. The fourth grade fish won. Now we have some reasons why that might have happened. But what are we going to do? We got to be. We can't be sore losers. Good job to Mr. Gilroy's fish. They won this time. All right. So what we're going to do today is first let's talk about what the week is. Week 34. I can almost taste it. What can you almost taste? Hopefully it's the victory of getting them all right on next week's snow cone prep test. Okay, maybe not. Maybe what you really want to taste is those popsicles that are going to come the next week. Fair enough. But that is the theme for the week. We already mentioned what happened. We'll have a rematch. You'll definitely, before the end of the year, get a rematch with Mr. Gilroy's fish. So we're actually going to start out with taking some notes today, setting up our notebook, and then doing a problem of the day. So I'm going to switch over here to the camera. Let's set up our notebooks. Okay, so here we go. Put our 2 lines down. We're also going to correct our homework. I called it homework. It'll be a good test to see if you guys did it last night for Miss Lindsay and Miss Smith, because I know you've been doing the math work in class, which is totally fine. I'm glad. I just want you to get it done and do it. But we'll see if you did it when you were supposed to do it last night. That'll be the real test. So today is, oh my gosh, got to look at my watch. It is the 6th, 5/6/21. Always good to label our notes. Let's put snow cone prep. And you know what? Let's have a doodle of the day today. So go down to the end. We'll do a doodle of the day at the end. Or not at the end, but after the problem of the day. DOD for doodle of the day. Here comes Mr. Gilroy right now. Probably going to rub in his big win. I see him walking up. We'll see also if he is amazed or not by the progress of the Iron Man helmet. So first of all, Mr. Gilroy,
yes,
why don't you come say hi to the video? Why not?
Hey kids, how are you?
Big wave. Now look at Mr. Gilroy. What's going on over there? We're at 23 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see, he said, oh my gosh.
That is awesome.
We're at 23 hours. Don't touch. I wanted to touch too.
This is the
one half.
Left half?
Right, I think, actually.
So
right half
cool.
of the dome. Wait, there's some other reason.
Dream nearly realized.
Yeah. So Mr. Gilroy is just being cool now. He's not bragging about his big win yesterday.
Yeah, well,
he's not
it was touch and go there for a minute.
He's not being too smug.
But we figured it out.
All right. So we'll dive back now to our we're going to look at the problem of the day anyway. So I'm glad that I'm on this. How do I make myself smaller? There we go. Okay. So let's dive over to here. So we've done problems like this. It was on your first snow cone prep quiz, which was 2 weeks ago. It's where you have to write an equation. It tells you what the equation has to equal. Okay. It has to equal a letter. It even tells you the letter it has to equal. And then you just have to actually then go ahead and solve the problem itself. Confusing? You should remember this, and it's not that bad. So I'll read this to you, then give you some time to work, and then we'll go over it. So it says, Alex practices piano 2 1/3 hours on Mondays and 1.5 hours for the rest of the week. Write and solve an equation where H represents the total time Alex practices per week. Okay, so think about that. Once I switch over to here, I'm going to leave this up there. I guess they could just pause the video now if you would like. Go ahead and pause the video, and then when you come back, I will be correcting it. Okay, so what were my numbers? That's what I'm going to blank out on already. Okay, so we had, shoot, you guys are going to kill me. 2.5, no, 2 1/3 and 1.5. See, when I put up the other camera, I can't see. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that now. So Alex played 2 1/3 on Monday, and then 1.5 for the rest of the week. It told you it had to equal H, and the only thing you really need to do is figure out, is this add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Well, it said the total he did all week, so it's add. Next, you have to look at this and go, because they also want you to solve it. What kind of problem is this? Come on, your mind better at this point be screaming, stack it, stack it. Okay, I'd love to stack it. So we get 2 1/3 plus 1.5. Let's go with blueberry fraction bars, but kind of a lighter blueberry. There's our fraction bars for our equivalent fractions. Then remember, the whole point of why we need to do all this work is because we need to get common or the same denominator. So we have 2's and 3's, and they're going to meet right there at 6. So we put in our 6's, put our 4x's, should all be on your paper now. How many times does 2 go into 6? 3. Do the same to the top. 1 times 3 is 3. How many 3's go into 6? 2. Do the same to the numerator. And now we just write it sideways, okay? So we have 2 and 2 6 plus 1 and 3 6. 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 6, we don't even need to do anything. The correct answer is of how much piano Alex plays per week, or you could even say H equals, because remember, H was the answer. H equals 3 5 6. All right, let's dive into a little doodle of the day. Have a little bit of fun. We also actually have a Kahoot today. All right. I think you guys are going to recognize this. So first, let's just start out with a dome. All right, then we're going to go in, around, kind of like maybe a top of a rainbow or something. Okay, then let's close up our oval. Now let's do the same thing. Look how I do this. I go over, around, and across. Anybody recognizing what this might be? This isn't the best drawing ever, but and shade. If you have colored pencils, go ahead and do it. What is it? It's supposed to be a Pokeball. Now, you guys are drawing it probably, and ours is so much better. But like usual, like we always do for the Doodle of the Day, you show them off to Miss Lindsay and Miss Smith and show how much better yours is than mine. Or if you guys can draw it better, maybe someone can come up to the big screen, the LFD, and draw a Pokeball. Or maybe you're not supposed to touch it yet. I'm not sure what the rules are. But there's your Doodle of the Day. All right, next thing I would like you to do is break out your homework. Looks like this. Should be right in your math notebooks. Very important that you did this homework last night because it's going to get you ready for tomorrow's quiz. Snow Cone Prep quiz number 3. You combine all 3 of those snow cone quizzes plus your studying of your blue notes and your regular notes you've taken in your notebook. You guys will ace it. All right. So we haven't done one of these in a couple weeks. This is out of order. So we're going to find the value of each and then put it in standard form, which means just normal, okay? So I'm going to do the whole numbers first. This one we got 3,000. This one we got 90. This one we got 5/10. And this one we got 6 in the hundredths. There is no regular hundreds. So what is the number here? 3,090. Look, there's going to be no hundreds. 3,090. Remember, the only place I've ever asked you to memorize is the 1/10, the 100ths, and the 1,000ths. The only one I ever asked you to memorize, though, is that one, the 1/10. So now let's put a 5 in the 1/10, and let's put a 6 in the 100ths. And this is your number. I challenge someone to be able to read that number in one of the classes. Go ahead and try to read it. Okay, what does this number say? 3,090 and, repeat that, 3,090 and 56. And look where the 6 lands, in the hundreds. So 3,090 and 56 hundredths. How many of you were able to read that number? I forgot, that was way back in September. Nah, it's in there somewhere. Remember, you know everything. All right, prime factorization. How do you do this problem? Let's check our flashcards. Right there. How do you do this kind of problem? Oh, yep, the factor tree. I like it. So how do you make 64? Oh, yeah, 8 and 8 fell on the floor when they got up there, 64. Is 8 prime? Is it prime? Well, the only way to make it 8, remember, a prime number means the only way to make it is times 1, like 7. 7 times 1, there's no other way to make it. But how do you make 8? 8 times 1, yep. How else? Oh, yeah, 2 times 4. Or 4 times 2, doesn't matter. Okay, let's go to the end of the branch. Is 2 prime? Yes. Is 4 prime? No. How do you make 4? 2 times 2. Look at this other number now. Look at these are all done. Done, done, done. But at the end of this branch is an 8. Well, guess what? It's another 8, so it's going to be the same as this one. 2 times 4 and 2 times 2. So the prime factorization of 64 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That is a lot of 2s. 6 of them, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another way to write this, 5th graders, is 2 to the 6th power. You guys do know about that. Why? Because there's 6 2s. All right, number 3. What is the height if the volume is 180? You're like, I don't know. Watch this. Length. Wait, that's why we need this formula right here. Remember that flashcard? Length times width times height equals 180. They told you what it equals, 180. And now just put in your numbers. Oh, we do have a number, 12. We do have a number, 5. And we're missing a number. That's okay. So now do what you know. 12 times 5 is 60 times something equals 180. So then the question is, how many 60s are in 180? 3. The answer is 3 feet. All right, what kind of problem is this? Let's break out those flashcards. Right here, number 13. What kind of problem is it? Oh, I heard someone say it out there. Start with the whole number, end with the whole number. 6 divided by 1/3 is 18. Start with the whole number, end with the whole number. I am going to very quickly draw this for you just to show you why that works. Miss Lindsay and Miss Smith, I always thought this was interesting. So I'm doing it for you guys too. So there's 6 holes. See? 6 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's asking how many 1/3 would there be. So you cut them all into thirds. You're dividing them into thirds. And when you divide them into thirds, How many 1/3s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, last one. What is the product of 67 and 31? Uh-oh, another flashcard. This one right here. See? Keywords. I on purpose didn't give you the symbol. Product means what? Yep, multiply. So then it's just 67 times 31, which is magic 0. Remember, cover. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 6 is 6. Because 67 times 1 equals 67. Let's kill cross magic. Kill. Nothing to cross. Magic 0. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 6 is 18. Plus 2 is 20. Add it up. This is no decimal. This is not a decimal problem. So simply the answer is 2077.
That was easy.
So what do we have left, fifth graders? In today's lesson here with Miss Lindsay and Miss Smith. Oh, actually, there's one more kind of problem I want to show you. I almost thought we were done, but we're not. Okay, so let's go over here to this slide right here. I am telling you, literally, this is going to be on the quiz tomorrow. This exact question. So pay attention now. Get it right. Don't pay attention. Up to you. All right. You guys remember what the formula for volume is? What is it? Length. Come on, finish it. Times width times height. Okay? So look at this picture right here. You see how it has length, width, and height, but they use letters instead of numbers, right? Instead of putting 12, 6, and 5 or something, they just have letters. So if we were going to use the formula, what would the formula be? Remember, it's going to be length times width times height equals volume, right? So let's put in our numbers. Well, they don't have numbers. They use letters instead. They said length is R, width is S. It's right here along the side. Look, length and width. And how tall is it? They say it's T. It's just an unknown number. Now, don't get mixed up by these X's. Those are times. And then it still equals V. So that's the formula. So we have to do yeses or nos, right? What can I use here? Let's see. Let me use a shape to mark these. I'll use little, how about, what do you guys want? Oh, let's use this, like a bullseye. Make a little bullseye. Come on, we're having fun now. Let's go orange with it. Yeah, orange bullseye. Okay, sounds good. We're going to need 4 of them. So I think I can just go copy. Let's go paste. Oh, messed up. I don't think it copied it. Let's go Control C, Control V. Okay, here we go. So is this the right formula? One side R plus another side times a side? No, there's no adding in volume. So that's a big, oh boy, a big no. How about this one? One side times another side times another side. R times S times T. Yeah, that's exactly what we have right there. See? Length times width, times height. So that's a yes. How about this one? Should we add 2 sides and then multiply the third side? No, we should never. We're not adding in volume. How about this one? Multiply the bottom and then multiply. Remember how in our flashcards we say length times width times height or base times height? Base times height would be taking the length and width, the bottom, and then multiplying by how tall it is. So this technically right there, 5th graders, is base times height. See? Take the base, times it by the height. And then the last one, oh, I need one more. What am I going to do? Control V. There we go. This says volume equals adding all the sides. Do we add all the sides? Do not add all the sides. So that's a no. All right, with that said, 2 more things to do. 3 more, actually, technically. Number 1 is study the flashcards. So however Miss Lindsay and Miss Smith want you to study those flashcards, please do that. And then there's a Kahoot that I emailed Miss Lindsay and Miss Smith for you guys to play, practicing the flashcards. So it should be a fun Kahoot. And then finally, you do have 6 math problems to do that will get you ready for tomorrow's snow cone prep quiz number 3. And then also, I'll probably come by live today and update you guys on what's going on with our helmet. At least half of it, okay? Thank you. It was really good seeing you guys yesterday. Have a great day. And that is all, folks.